welcome to Where They Wander. We are Kat and Kev, and we've spent 3 years living on the road, touring the United States and beyond in our Grand Design Imagine.
When we left you last week, we had toured some pretty waterfalls, visited the twilight headquarters of Forks, and hiked to the Hoh rainforest. This week, we're heading further northwest. First, we'll visit Sol Duc Hot Springs in Olympic National Park, find yet another incredible first-come, first-served campground, and hike to Cape Flattery. Stick with us to the end to find out how we caught some fresh salmon.
This is our final day at South Beach, and I realised that we hadn't actually taken you to the beach. So we've just come down from up there. There are about 3 or 4 different ways you can get down to the beach, none of which are easy. We are now going to go, it's high tide, so we're probably going to stay up on the rocks, which will really upset Bailey because he won't be able to go in the water. This is what we have to get over to get to those rocks.
Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go with the sunlight on our skin.
We left South Beach that day and drove 2 hours towing the rig to Sol Duc Hot Springs.
This is where the adventure begins.
This is the RV court for the Sol Duc Hot Springs. It holds 21 rigs, including the host, and has water and electricity at each site. It's perfect for hiking the trails and visiting the hot springs. It's $58 per night or $38 with a senior lifetime National Park pass.
Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go with the sun.
This is not the easiest place to get into or even get to. Very, very windy road and narrow for our rig to get down here, but certainly doable, obviously, because we're here. We've come down to the Sol Duc River. This is the river that we are camped along. And Sol Duc Falls is further up river that way. But sadly, it's a 2-mile hike, and I just don't have a 2-mile hike in me.
We have previously completed this hike, which is situated in a truly breathtaking location. The falls are at their best during the spring season. Due to the hike's beginner level and popularity, it's advisable to start early.
Look how blue the water is. It's kind of a bluey green. Isn't it gorgeous? That is where the hot springs are, right there.
World that's beautiful. Here we go with the sunlight on our skin.
We're here at the Sol Duc Hot Springs in Olympic National Park. It's only $18 per adult and $12 if you're a senior, and it is amazing. There's this pool right here, which has cold water that goes into it. So this is the cooler of the hot pools. And this pool here, where there's hardly anybody in it, is very hot. This is just water straight from the hot springs. And then they have the small wading pool behind me here, which is really for children, but it's it's only about 100 degrees in that one. They have a restaurant here. They have patio service. Now, you can come in for the prices that I already told you, but if you are staying here in the cabins, you get these pools for free.
There are stories left untold. Just open your eyes, 'cause a life full of beauty is a beautiful life. 'Cause a life full of beauty is a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life.
We left the most southern point while still being on the contiguous United States. We were in the Everglades, and now we have come to Makah Bay, which is the most northwestern point. And Kevin's like, we're here, and I'm like, no, we're gonna go a little bit further northwest, and he's like, Canada is there, and Canada is there.
The water is the
Oh, we can see. Oh, it's so awesome. It's so pretty.
the water is the border, so we're as far north as we can go right now. We're heading west.
A huge thank you to all our subscribers and supporters on YouTube. If you're not a subscriber yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
If you'd like to support us as we support small businesses around the United States, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below.
Life full of beauty is a beautiful life.
We are currently on Makah Tribal Lands at the Hobuc Beach Resort, as Kev just says. Here he is, coming down. Happy as Larry, because we're at a beach again for another week.
This beach is huge. Hobuc Beach is this whole area right here, all the way up to that first campground, and then all the way down here to the day use, all the way to this point out here. It's all Hobuc
Yeah,
Beach.
we'll show you the other campground, because there is another option. If you don't get into the first come, first served option of the actually here, which is the RV park, further up the beach, and you're not actually on the beach, you're a little bit further away, but there is a huge other first come, first served, but that's a huge, it's just a huge field. Yeah, it's like what we used to do as kids. Huge field camping, and it's a lot cheaper. That's only 28 a night. This is 50. There is some electricity there, but basically you're hooking up to a what was it, like an extension cord, wasn't it, Kev?
Well, they have 20 amp and 30 amp hookups there that are on poles that are in part of the field there. Those are also RV hookup sites, but it's electric only.
Just electric. These are full RV hookups, water dump, and electricity.
Doesn't matter if you have a tent, if you have a van, if you have a Class C, if you have a big giant Class A bus, if you have one a schoolie, you'll fit anywhere up there in that field, and it's first come, first served. You'll have a great time.
Well, if you're looking for heaven, I think we found it.
We took a walk to the day use area here in the Makah Nation, and it is beautiful. This shelter can be rented, and they even have a fabulous totem pole.
Right now we're here at this amazing RV park. There are only 10 spots and it's right on the beach, and we managed to snag one. So we're having a great time. But first we're taking the puppies for a walk.
Yeah, and then we're going to go to Cape Flattery.
But dogs aren't allowed, because even though it's on the Makah Nation, it is also part of the Olympic National Park. So let's get going to this hike. This is the beach we're at right here. If there are 3 or 4 people on this beach, then it's crowded, because we never see anybody on these beaches. Having said how stunning it is here, and it is stunning, do not get me wrong, this is a bright sunny day here. It's almost July, and we are wrapped up for the cold, because it is really quite cold and windy here. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, but it's been a little draining to be in cold, rainy weather for the last 4 weeks now, and we are looking forward to some sunshine. So let's get going on this hike. Come into this area, you have to have one of these. In fact, you have to have one of these to be anywhere on the Makah Nation land. It's only $20 and it lasts a year. So they do check. We just stopped at a checkpoint, and maybe I'll show you that checkpoint on the way back. But this is the problem with the Pacific Northwest. We're going to a hike to see the most northwesterly point, and this is the current weather. But it could change within moments.
Even though we're not in the national park, we use a kind of national park rule. Before 10 o'clock, we want to arrive, and during the week, not on the weekend, not Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So we're here on a Thursday, and it's just before 10 o'clock. We should be able to find parking, and that's the important thing in those big parks is you end up in a beautiful area and want to get out and walk around, but the parking lot is full.
The last 2 times we were here, this entire road was full of cars all along up the road, but it looks like we're actually going to get a space in the regular parking lot, which is amazing. You can bring a small Class A or a Class C up here, and there is a great turnaround up there. We did that with our truck earlier. Here's the information board. Gives you all the information about the Cape Flattery Trail, and we are all the way up there. The tribe make these wonderful sticks here that you can use for the hike and just return, or you can take one. It says please donate $10 to $20 in the box. Aren't they lovely?
I did bring my poles because I already know that this trail is supposed to be not very difficult. It's nice and graded, so I'm not going to really need them. Kat needs hers because of her hip today, so here we go.
It's only just begun. Only just begun.
I was gonna, have a little quiet contemplation, but it's a little wet right there. But on the way back, if I'm winded, I'll sit down there for sure, even if it is wet.
Only just begun.
Got a nice little, I guess these look like what do you call them? Chanterelles?
I don't know, let me see.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, don't worry, we're not going to eat them, but they do look pretty. Don't you?
There's more right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave this down here with these.
It's magical here.
On both sides. So
All right, so this is fun,
Kat's a
Kev
little
says.
afraid of heights and the holes and.
Woo! Oh yeah, no, I don't like this.
It
Well, it's not
was
that
okay.
high. Can you hear the rain? It's not actually raining. It's all the water and the dew coming off the tree above me.
Something saying just keep dreaming. Something saying.
Although this isn't a very long trail, it is quite steep and also quite difficult in areas. So if you are a beginner, definitely grab a stick. We got bright sunshine, guys. We've got views that are, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get to a point where we can actually see everything. It's incredible. So excited.
Kat's venturing over to the cliffside without any guardrail on the slippy wood over there just because she's a daredevil. Looks like she's going to take some photos over there maybe.
But I've come off the trail just a little bit, and I'm not going to go all the way to the edge, but you definitely get a much better view from here. Look at this. First thing I notice is how clear the water is. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. We've come a little bit further down, and now we are on the other side of this point, and oh my goodness. at this. Who's Kev?
We've made it. This is it. This is as far north and west that you can go in the contiguous United States. Now we can go further east from here and go a bit farther north on the way like to Vancouver. When we go to Alaska next year, we'll be as far north as you can go.
The waters off the Cape and Tatoosh Island have always been frequented by the Makahs on seasonal fishing and hunting trips. From this vantage point, Makah ancestors sighted early European expeditions searching for the Northwest Passage and the entrance to the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Then we met some lovely people and a nice family and another couple who are full-timers. Always nice to get out and meet people. And just like that,
We're back. Just like that.
yes, just like that, not really.
And the rush of distant places make their way to your table with open hearts and warm embraces.
For day 3, we decided to take some aerial footage to show you just how beautiful it is here. The day began with an almost clear blue sky. These ladies were our neighbors who love to paddleboard. The weather looks perfect in this first shot, but even here, just moments later, you can see the clouds rolling in. It's astonishing how fast the weather can change here, as you saw on our hike down to Cape Flattery.
It's a beautiful world waiting for you. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world.
It's so pretty here! The funny thing is, it looks like we're all wrapped up and it's freezing cold. It's been about 55 average the entire time we've been up here in Oregon and Washington, but it's just beautiful. As long as it's not raining, it's gorgeous.
The sun finally won out and we headed to town.
Every season full of wonder. Isn't life a precious masterpiece?
We finally got a nice day here. We're in Neah Bay. It's a little breezy, but it's not too bad. But it's very much a fishing town. You can go out. They do have chartered boats. Big boat up there. You can about see it.
It's a beautiful world. So take a breath, take a step into your moment. Oh, it's a beautiful world. It's a
You know, when we're in these small places, we love to support small local businesses, and we also love to explore these small places. So now we're going to try and go find some fresh fish. We are in a fishing village town, and the lady said that you can get them at the Makah dock. Okay, so we're in the docks. There aren't that many people here, so now we're going to see what we've got. Let's see. Oh, wow. Goodness me. Oh, I don't want to, do you want a whole salmon, babe? Okay, he said the fillet of the salmon was $50, but he found us a smaller one, so really hoping that we could not spend $50 on one salmon. That's a huge scale to weigh a salmon.
I think this one should be around 24. I'll ask my boss on the price.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay.
That would be great. Thank you.
How much does it weigh?
I don't know.
4.
4 pounds?
Yeah.
All right, so this is Jesse. He's helping us out here, and he is going to cut this lovely fresh salmon. When were these caught?
Yesterday.
These were brought in yesterday. Oh, Jesse, that's fantastic. Thank you so much.
We spent the rest of our final day in Hobuc relaxing and waiting for the sunset. We hope you enjoyed this week's video. Join us next week as we take a muddy hike to Shishi Beach. Until then, we'll see you on the trail.